Hey, what's going on guys, G1X here, and today I thought we'd take a look at the Star Wars 6-inch Blackline Series Biker Scout with his speeder bike. Now, as you can see, it comes with a stand, which I think is a beautiful added bonus. I love having things like that it's supposed to kind of float in the air, and they give you the stand. You don't have to hunt one down on your own, so plus for that. As far as a size comparison, here he is with a Transformers Masterpiece Lambor or Sideswipe, whichever way you want to call him. Now, this is also a 6-inch figure, and you get this for $40. Now, what they're pricing these figures by themselves for 6-inch figs are about $20. Sometimes you get them on sale. It really depends on where you buy them from, but that's a general going rate. So you're basically paying $20 for this speeder bike. Now, this is the same price that Jabba the Hutt went for, which, while I thought the details were pretty cool, and he's a main character, so I'm glad that I do have him. But as far as spending $40 on something, I'd go with this. 10 times out of 10, this is going to be the better purchase just because of the articulation in the figure, the details in the bike, you get the stand. It's just overall a much better figure for your money. Let's take a look at this guy, a little 360. You can see some of the nice little paint scuffs and stuff like that all throughout. There's some nice black wash throughout here in the engine, so whenever we get the figure off the bike, you can see that a little bit better. But just looks fantastic all over. And you can see that he even has some kind of like dirt wash through here in his boots. So overall really cool. You can see some nice detail here on the back. These little flaps will flip up as well. So you can see a little bit more of the engine there. And he's got a nice little backpack or whatever you want to call that, a little satchel or whatever on the back end, which has some nice detail to it as well. More scrapes all over the place. So this thing, he's done everything but run it into a tree. As far as the posability for him on this, now you can put him straight up like that, and you see that the stand will hold whenever you have him just straight parallel. But as you start to tilt him back, you notice that the stand, it's going to not support it just because it's going to be a lot more heavier here than obviously here, and that's pretty easy to tell just because all this is hollow and this is just one big chunk here. But he can bend to the side, I think is really cool. You're just gonna have to bend him down a little bit, but pretty cool. I like that pose probably the best, where he's kind of going down and at an angle. But anyways, let's take this guy off. You just slide his hands off the handle. You can pick him up. He does have these little holes here and these pegs right here. So we'll take a look at the figure here in a bit. But as far as the bike itself, you can see there's some nice silver here, some nice little paint applications throughout here. Looks like some little controls, a button here, and you can see that nice black wash even on the little backpack or whatever you want to call that, his sleeping bag and stuff. There's some nice silver paint throughout here in the engine. And all this is all plastic, so these aren't like little rubber hoses or tubes or anything, so you're not going to get cracking on that. Just nice overall. I do like this. I can see people buying multiples of these, especially if if you can get them on sale, because I believe they are buy one get one half off. Yeah, I'm going to post this video Tuesday, which is going to be October the 7th. So as of right now, this week they are buy one get one half off. So you might want to go that route, especially if you're wanting to get a Jabba and also a speeder bike. That would probably be the best way to go. But getting this guy so we can get him to stand here. I did have problems. I bought 3 of these guys just because they were on sale. Get a nice little look at him. One of the things that I did want to point out is on his legs. Now, on the first one that I bought, you can see that this guy's kind of a little bit bow-legged out there to the side. It's not that bad, but on the first one that I opened, it was just terrible. Like, it went out all the way out here. And I'm not really sure if that's the way that it's packaged, that it just caused a lot of warping, or because you can put any figure on the speeder bike. You don't have to have any type of warped legs here. So, that's just something that I would pay attention to. And if it ends up, yours is in really bad condition, this one was the best out of the 3, which I don't think is that bad, I decided to keep this one. And I just, returned the other one and told them that, it was basically damaged. Because it was, in my opinion. but not too bad. I do like him. On another one of the figures, he had a crooked visor where it was really molded weird, to where this top corner was actually kind of covering over his eye. So it looked like he had that visor, but he had his helmet tilted to the side. So I just pulled the head off of, you know, the damaged one, and I put it on this one. So I switched them out. So there was just one damaged version. So I don't know if that's going to be a problem throughout this set. You know, it's just with the you know, Biker Scout here, but it's something I want to make sure you guys are aware of. Just because, you know, if you're spending $40 on these things, then you're a collector more than likely, and an adult collector, and you want them to be in really good condition. There's a nice look at him. You can see that there's some nice paint applications here. You can see some red up there as well. The helmet, everything is very accurate to what we saw on the show for the most part. Then you can also see some nice dirt here at the boots. Just overall, you know, nice figure. I like this. You can see some little dirt, you know, breaking up that white right there. I don't know how well that's showing up. But there you go. Now, as far as his weapon, he does come with this little bitty thing. So you can kind of see it right there. We'll put that in his hand. Get it. I don't know if we can get it in his hand, but yeah, really small gun. It just fits down here in his ankle holster. But we'll just put it back in there. It'll be good. As far as articulation, it's pretty much the same as all the other figures. He does rotate here at the head, moves back and forth. He's got the ball joint up here, and then there's a joint that actually causes his head to move, just like so. The shoulders, these little things right here, I thought this was going to get in the way of his articulation, but they actually slide up above that section there, so there's no problems there. You can see that it can go all the way out. Bicep swivels. He's got double jointed elbows. You also have the wrist swivel, and then the wrist can go back and forth like so. And instead of having, you know, this one goes back and forth that way, the wrist on this one doesn't go this way and this way. It goes the exact same way as the other hand, just because he's going to be riding the speeder bike, and that's why they had to have it that way. Now, as far as his waist or chest, he rotates here at the chest instead of the waist. I don't think he does at the waist, no. Doesn't. He's got a little bit of ab crunch or chest crunch, but it's obviously, you know, these get in the way there. The legs can go forward, back a little bit. He's got a butt plate. They can go out thus far. It does rotate here at the thigh. He has double jointed knees. This also rotates right here at the boot. Then this foot can obviously go all over the place, however you need it, go back and forth quite a bit. And one of the other things that I wanted to bring up with this guy, if I can get him to stand, come on. Sometimes it's, you know what, come on, stand. There we go, that'll be fine. As you know, whenever we had the Stormtrooper or even the Sand Trooper, you took the head off of, you know, your Stormtrooper, your Sand Trooper, and you wanted to put it on, you know, Luke Skywalker's head or Han Solo's head on this guy. Well, the joints on these human characters was smaller, and the ones on, you know, the Stormtroopers was larger. So you could never have your Han, you know, Stormtrooper or your Luke Stormtrooper. Well, on this guy, we're going to take Luke's head off, so you can see the smaller ball joint there. Let's go ahead and take his off. So you kind of get what I'm saying there as far as the size of the ball joint. So we could never, you know, do this, or I guess you could do that, but it looks a little stupid. And it doesn't connect. Well, on this guy, you take this off, and you see that you got this smaller ball joint. So we can plug Luke on there, and now you can have a Biker Scout Luke, which I don't remember that ever happening. I don't think it did. So we can have that, and we can plug this on here, and you have your Biker Skywalker, if you will. So just something that I wanted to make sure I pointed out in case you guys were just really could not wait to get some type of, you know, Stormtrooper or Biker Scout or whatever, Luke or Han. It'll work with them. I haven't seen how large Leia's head. Well, I guess, yeah, it could work with them as well. So let's I think it can work with Leia. That's a little bit tighter fit, but yeah, that does look a little ridiculous. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.